Welcome back to Dragon Ball Daima Ups and Downs, the show where we talk about the best and worst parts of each Daima episode. And my goodness, somebody please sound the Silly Willy alarm because episode 2 is peak Dragon Ball goofiness. We start the episode with a hilarious explanation for why Shenron's constantly changing his ability to grant multiple wishes. According to Shenron, the 3 wishes that he gives you is just a favor if you basically like and subscribe to him. It's so silly, I love it. So if you're a regular, you can get 3 wishes, but if you're new, you only get 1 wish. Honestly, stuff like this is such classic Dragon Ball, coming up with goofy explanations for big, important things. I think Toriyama was having a lot of fun with this, the whole team was having a lot of fun with this, and as a result, I'm having a lot of fun with this as well. Thug Life Shenron gets a huge up for me in this episode, but what about you? Do you like it when they do things like this that are more kind of traditional goofy Dragon Ball explanations, or do you prefer it to be more serious like Z or parts of Super? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, we cut to our characters freaking out about how they're small now for a moment, and we'll get back to that in just a second, but we go to the lookout for a bigger scene. Baby Dende gets kidnapped by King Goma, and I'm sorry, I can't really focus on all the lore or whatever they're planning or scheming because, oh my god, Baby Dende is so cute. Look at him. He's so adorable. And then you also have mini Mr. Popo and he's got horns. Oh my god, the show is so cute. I love what they're serving so far, and we cut back to Trunks' birthday and we see mini and baby versions of all of the characters we know and love. They're all just so unbelievably adorable and cute and silly, and we start establishing some rules about how all of this works. Basically, everyone is still their adult version or their current version, whatever you want to call it, but they're mini. And because they're mini, they're not used to their new bodies or new small bodies or new old bodies, whatever you want to call it. So their powers are seemingly nerfed. They can't really fly as well. They can't really fight as well. That's what it seems like so far. And of course, the characters that were already children turned into babies. I think this is a really great gimmick and it's going to lead to some hilarious Dragon Ball hijinks throughout the whole series, and between that and the reduced power scale and the general cuteness overload, this all gets a huge up for me. I am so down, I am so ready for a goofy, silly, lighthearted Dragon Ball style adventure. We follow up this sequence with our gang going to the lookout, and here Shin confirms that Degasu from the Demon Realm is his brother. Shin also talks about arriving in a spaceship, and in any case, we get more hijinks with Mini Goku and Piccolo not being used to their own bodies. They try to fly around, it's all goofy and silly. Piccolo crashes, ends up with a bloody nose. You hate to see it, but you love to see it. Bulma then says it's going to take her 10 days to repair Shin's ship so that they can go to the Demon Realm, and I really enjoyed this sequence. It gets a big fat up for me because it just continues these light-hearted, goofy Dragon Ball style vibes, and also I really love the running gag that Bulma is basically making Kibito her servant because he can teleport. And if you remember Kibito from Z, he was always the character that was like standing on his moral high ground, you know, the high ceremony stuff, like, oh, you can't be in the world of the Kais, blah, 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 blah. So I love that Bulma is yet again bossing around another godly figure. It's great. This all gets a big up for me, and 2 days pass, and of course Goku can't sit still. He can't judge distances very well with his new body. He's trying to do things that he's struggling with, so he gets an idea. He visits Korin for his Nyobo or power pole, who then sends him to Roshi, and Roshi's the one that has it, but in this sequence they teased Goku's Nimbus or Kintoon coming back, his cloud, and I got so emotional in that moment because I love that cloud as much as Goku does, and honestly that's the kind of power the Dragon Ball has over me. I love the power pole as well, but the Nimbus cloud, the Nimbus is my jam. He's my friend, he's my homie. But anyway, we find out the Master Roshi, who by the way is also mini and trying to live up life now, he has been using the power pole as a laundry rack, which is just classic Dragon Ball comedy. And of course we get more scenes of Goku and the gang eating on the lookout, and once again all of this OG Dragon Ball stuff is just pulling at my nostalgia, pulling at my heartstrings. It's so special to me. It's especially special now because my wife and I are watching it for her first time, so seeing all the callbacks and references side by side with watching the original show, it just warms my cold, dark heart and makes my tum-tum full of fuzzies. This gets yet another huge up. Now then, to wrap up the episode, we have a sequence where Glorio shows up. He's that blue guy from the previous episode, and he's acting kind of sus. He's kind of acting a little mysterious. He seems to know a lot, but is playing it very cool, and seemingly he wants to defeat King Goma. So Goku and the gang decide to go with him, but only Shin and Goku can fit in the spaceship or plane or whatever because, you know, reasons. There's only so much space to go around. Now, the music in this part of the episode was absolutely fire, and right when the intrigue ramps up and the new adventure is hyped up and begins, the episode ends. It leaves you wanting so much more. I don't have any strong feelings about Glorio yet, but from the setup here, it's hugely intriguing, and this gets another super fat mega up from me. This whole episode was an up. I think I counted 4 or 5 ups. No downs in this one. I had such a good time. I had so much fun, and I love it when Dragon Ball gives us a little more slice of life type stuff or just general fun character interactions. I can't wait to see more of Daima. But what did you think of this episode? Did you enjoy it as much as me, or less, or more? Let me know in the comments below and tell me what theories you might have. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you around for episode 3.